In a small, quiet village, beside a gently flowing river, lived a boy named Arjun. But most people didn't call him by his name. To them, he was simply that poor boy near the river. His home was a fragile hut, patched together with tin sheets and scraps of wood. When it rained, the roof rattled and leaked without mercy, and when the sky was clear, the wind slipped through the cracks, as if the walls didn't exist at all. Every morning, Arjun woke before sunrise, not by choice, but by hunger. His mother worked tirelessly, carrying heavy bricks at construction sites, her hands rough from labor. His father had been gone for years, leaving behind only questions and silence. Life was harsh. Each day was a fight just to get by. But Arjun had something rare, something powerful. One day, while searching through a pile of discarded things, he found a torn, forgotten book. Half its pages were missing, and its cover was long gone. To anyone else, it was worthless. But to Arjun, it was treasure. Every afternoon, he would sit by the river, carefully flipping through its worn pages. The letters looked strange at first, like meaningless shapes. But he kept tracing them with his fingers, again and again, determined to understand. The other children laughed at him. "What's the use?" they mocked. "Books won't fill your stomach." Arjun never argued. He didn't need to. Deep inside, he carried a quiet belief that this book meant something, that it could change his life. One evening, as the sun dipped low and painted the sky in shades of gold, he watched Arjun in silence for a while before asking gently, "Do you understand what you're reading?" Arjun looked up and shook his head. "Not yet," he said softly, "but I will." The old man smiled. He was a retired teacher who had returned to the village after many years, and from the very next day, he began teaching Arjun, right there under a tree beside the river, using that same torn book. Days turned into months, months turned into years. Slowly, Arjun learned to read, then to write. The world that once felt small and heavy began to open up, filled with ideas, dreams, and possibilities he had never known. And then time passed. The poor boy by the river grew up. One day, Arjun stood in front of a classroom, not as a struggling child, but as a teacher. In the same village, by the same river, but living a completely different life. On his desk rested something precious, carefully preserved, that same torn book. Whenever his students complained about small difficulties, Arjun would gently point to it and say, "You don't need everything to begin. Sometimes you just need something, and the courage to believe it's enough." And from that day on, the village no longer remembered him as